Jared, what did it mean to get a win here in Dallas tonight?
It felt great to be able to do it in front of friends and family, especially after coming off of a loss. The most important thing to me was to go out there and get back on the winning side of things.
How happy are you overall with your performance?
Pretty happy, except for I think I might have played it a little bit safe on the feet. Of course I was giving respect to Josh because he's a heavy-handed and throws big punches that are very effective. So I think I could have been a little bit more aggressive, but I think I played it smart and waited for the opportunity. I didn't rush a finish.
Was your last loss? Is that kind of the result? You playing it safe a little bit on the feet, or?
Sure, I think it always is a little bit. If you lose, you're like, man, it's very important for me to win. That's part of this job is being a winner. So you want to make sure that you do it right. You don't go out there and be reckless. Last time it was kind of like tunnel vision. I'm gonna go out there and just destroy this guy. Next thing I know, I'm the one on the canvas. So this time it's just wait, pick your time, and it came.
So Josh is a familiar person and opponent to you. You trained with him. What did you see kind of in that first round, and then what did you see in the second round change?
I saw pretty much what I thought it would. He moved about the same. He did everything almost the same, except for he was very smart about keeping his hips back. If I came in close, he jumped back, and that was kind of part of the game plan to get him back into the cage, was to feint a little bit, make him think I'm going to take him down, get him to jump back a little bit, and then close the distance.
What was your guys' history? Were you training partners or friends?
No, actually, he just came down for a wedding. He was he was the best man for a guy, and Justin Wren, actually, who was on The Ultimate Fighter. He came down. He was the best man in that wedding. They said, "Hey, can we come by your gym and work out for a couple of days?" I said, "Yeah, we're taking anybody we can. It's hard to find partners." And came in and we trained a couple of days. And Josh is a heck of a nice guy, extremely nice guy. And I said, "Hey, come back if you can." He said, "I would love to." And then sure enough, we matched up with each other, and we're still hoping to train together.
Have you? Well, I guess that you were that friend. So I was going to ask you if it was like weird fighting your friend, but you weren't. So
it's almost like a friend in the MMA world, because you see all these guys come in and they take a licking or something and they get scooted out. They don't want to come back. For somebody to keep in touch and want to come back, it's almost like a little friendship. Only worked out with them 3 times, and we feel like kind of like them.
Is that an issue you feel like going forward you're going to have to deal with a lot? I mean, you don't have a lot of big heavyweights down at Team Takedown, so a lot of the guys are going to be coming into the gym to help you train. A lot of those guys are going to be potential opponents.
It's a big problem. It's a huge problem unless you're with a huge team, like your Jacksons or your AKA or Black Zillions. It's hard for a smaller team like us because, everybody wants to train where there's more heavyweights. Well, I got to train where I'm paid to train, and where our base is. So I'm kind of stuck there, and whoever we can bring in, we're very appreciative of that. But yeah, it's very tough. It's very tough for guys to come in there and train hard like that all the time.
Did you bring in anybody special for this camp?
We brought in a guy from Oklahoma, DeMario. He fought kickboxing and MMA. He actually fought Pat Barry last kickboxing match. We brought him in, and we were pretty much ready to go after our last fight. We took the time off we were supposed to, and then got back to training when we were allowed to. I went back up to OSU and got back to doing some wrestling with the big boys up there, and came down here in shape, ready to go.
Your teammate Johnny Hendricks is fighting tonight as well. Is that a help for you to have, a teammate going through the exact same position with you in training camp?
It was great actually in a way, because we got to hang out a little bit. I probably talked more to Johnny this trip than I have in the last 2 years. We're both on a lot of different schedules, because usually the heavyweights, we go on our own. We don't want to run over guys. We don't want to fall on guys' legs, hurt them or something. So a lot of times it's kind of high and by, whenever we pass ways. And, we talked a little bit during this trip and hung out, and it felt good to get that first win, because now it's like, we get one more and we're 100% on the night.
Who do you feel is next for you, and what do you want next? What are you going to ask for?
I'm hoping for a big name fight, anything that can help move me up. Whenever I fought Palele over in New Zealand, he was number 14 ranked. And I felt like I handled him no problem, all 3 rounds, beat him up, and then I wasn't ranked at all after that in the top 50. I'm like, how do I just beat up the number 14 and not get ranked? So, I need to move up somehow. I want to get better. I want to keep progressing. I want bigger names. I want more eyes on me. I want to make a career out of this, help me out. Give me somebody with a name.
What did you actually, did you learn anything from your last loss that showed up tonight?
Absolutely. Last loss, like I said, I went out there thinking, I need to go out there and just knock this guy out, show everybody I can do it, get the finish. I hadn't had one in the UFC yet. And like I said, I just kind of lost lost track of what I was doing, went out there, left myself open, trying to throw big punches, and I got caught. This time was wait for your time, and when I had him on the ground and I hit him with that elbow, I heard the grunt, I heard the pain, and then it was like, okay, get up here and start trying to finish. It's time, you know, and that's the opening that I saw that I hadn't been seeing before. I think that's just experience, it's time.